Hi, this is Cadet Sergeant Alivio, Cadet Lance Corporal Cheng, and Cadet Pvt Azeke, and we will be showing you the procedures for the uniform inspections, which occur every Wednesday. To begin the inspection, the platoon sergeant has to be 6 paces and centered in front and facing towards the platoon. The platoon sergeant will then say the command, "Open ranks, march."
March!
Take note that first squad is taking 2 steps, second squad is taking 1 step, and third squad stays in place. The platoon sergeant will then walk towards the side of the platoon guide and start aligning the squads. Once the platoon sergeant starts aligning the squads, the cadets will automatically face to the right with their left arm extended onto the next cadet's shoulder. The squad leaders, which are in the first element, will remain with their heads facing forward but their left arm still extended. In order for the platoon sergeant to move on to the next squad, he or she will have to take 2 30-inch steps and 1 15-inch step. The platoon sergeant will align the squad by adjusting one element at a time to align them to the squad leader. The platoon sergeant will say the command, "Cadet," and their name forwards or backward, "Steady." The cadet that is being adjusted will take small choppy steps until the platoon sergeant says the command, "Steady." In this case, Cadet Thao and Cadet Valar are being adjusted as shown in the video.
Valar, backwards. Backwards, steady. Thao, backwards, steady.
Again, the platoon sergeant will take 2 30-inch steps and 1 15-inch step, moving on to the next squad.
Yes, go backwards. Steady.
Notice that all the cadets are facing their head to the right, towards their squad leader, with their left arm extended onto the next cadet's shoulder, like said earlier. When the platoon sergeant is done aligning every squad, he or she will go back and walk 3 steps past the guide and say the command, "Ready, front." When the command of execution is executed, the cadets will quickly cut their left arm down and face the front in the position of attention. The platoon sergeant will say the following command, "Cover," and take 1 step forward in line with the guide. This command is said in order for second and third squads to align to first squad. This is the time where second and third squad take small choppy steps and align and adjust themselves to the person in front of them. Once the platoon sergeant is in front of the guide, he or she will wait for the platoon commander to come up to him or her standing in the position of attention. When the platoon commander meets the platoon sergeant will report by saluting and saying good morning, their rank, and the number of the platoon they are in, for inspection. In this case, since this is 2nd Platoon and the platoon commander is Staff Sergeant Cheng, and the platoon sergeant is Sergeant Alivio, she will say something on the lines of,
Good morning, Staff Sergeant. 2nd Platoon, forward for inspection.
The platoon commander will salute back. The platoon sergeant waits for the commander to cut their salute before cutting his or hers. The platoon commander will then quickly inspect the platoon sergeant. After the platoon sergeant is being inspected, the platoon commander will hand an inspection sheet to the platoon sergeant with his or her assigned squad to inspect as shown in the video. Cadet Sergeant Alivio is assigned to 3rd Squad. The platoon commander will then do the same quick inspection to the guide and assign him or her to a squad to inspect. To start inspecting a cadet, the platoon leader will have to be in front of them to inspect them. First, the cadet will greet and report to the platoon leader by saluting and saying good morning, their rank, "I'm cadet," their last name, prepared for inspection, "I'm in LE 1, 2, or 3. Watch and listen closely how Cadet Lance Corporal Ringle greets and reports to Sergeant Alivio.
I'm an LE Sergeant. Cadet Lance Corporal Ringo, prepared for inspection. I'm an LE 2.
Platoon Sergeant Alivio salutes back to Lance Corporal Ringold and cuts her salute. Notice that Lance Corporal Ringold waited for Sergeant Alivio to cut her salute before cutting hers. Always remember to wait for your platoon leaders, or in general to any higher ranked leaders, to cut their salute before you cut your own. At this point, all the platoon leaders, which are the platoon commander, platoon sergeant, and platoon guide, are inspecting each cadet in their assigned squads. After the squad leaders are done being inspected, they will help the platoon leader throughout the inspection for the squad. Always delegate. Here, Platoon Sergeant Alivio hands out the inspection sheet to the 3rd Squad Leader, Lance Corporal Ringgold. The squad leader will stay beside the platoon leader while observing the inspection. She will be the one in charge marking off points lost from each cadet. This applies to the same for the other 2 squads that are being inspected. The platoon leaders are inspecting each cadet's bearing, haircuts, rank placements, hygiene, proper saluting, etc. Note that all of these are written down in the inspection sheet, as well as questions about knowledge from the cadet handbook according to each cadet's LE level. It's a maximum of 3 questions per cadet. When the platoon leaders are done inspecting their assigned squad, the platoon sergeant and the platoon guide will hand their clipboards back to the platoon commander. The platoon sergeant will then go back to the front, walking 3 paces past the guide, facing the front in a position of attention. The platoon commander will again meet up with the platoon sergeant and commands the platoon sergeant to form the platoon for marching drills by saying, "Form the platoon for drill." The platoon sergeant will say "Aye, aye" with the platoon commander's rank. The platoon sergeant will end the inspection and say the command, "Close ranks, march." He or she will go back in the front, 6 paces in center facing the platoon. Now in closed ranks, 1st squad will not be taking any steps, so they will be standing in the position of attention. However, 2nd squad is taking 1 step, and now 3rd squad is taking 2 steps.
Close ranks, march!
And that's the end of the uniform inspection. After the uniform inspection, the platoon will move on to marching and stationary drills.